I got a question.
All right.
Oh,
I got a question. I will definitely ask. What do you think about AI making mistakes? It's a touchy subject.
Yeah. It's
before you answer,
yeah. Okay. I'm the host. I'm not supposed to be. As someone who professionally sells technology, it's just another technology. It will fail at something. It will do something stupid at some point. It's more of, I think, in my opinion, is you can't let it run blindly. So there's still a human component involved. I think the biggest mistake would be to take it as though AI is going to be just that new expert employee that you have and you can just leave them alone. I don't think that's the right approach. So it's just like any other tools, right? Like we have EDR solutions, we got SIEMs, we got traditional very early days firewalls, right? They all make mistakes. Email filtering made mistake, blocked a whole bunch of legit email, and you have to train it to figure out what's legit and what's not legit. I think AI is in that point just another tool. It will make mistakes, but I will also say, if you combine a human and the machine, and the human decides to let the machine continue to make the mistake, now that's a big problem. Because I was questioning, why is a human there? That's my view of it.
Well, I ate my chili. So it's a bit controversial in my answer. So I don't think the AI can make mistakes. I think the human that allow it to run, that's the one who make the mistake believing the AI. So maybe we should think that AI is like a junior staff, which are very eager, there is unlimited eagerness in there. There's no context, and then can execute very quickly. So if you see this person, are you going to believe it? Are you going to trust that they are doing a very confidential or very important stuff for you? So you have to train them, right? You have to tell them this is what you need to do with all these things. You need to tell them. You need to teach them in the way that you can accept the result. Then you give the task. So I think it's just another tool, like you said. It's just a tool, right? The way you use it, the way you accept it, how the output will be useful for you or not. It is you actually who can decide whether this will make the output as a failure or not a failure. It's just a tool. It doesn't make mistake. Only you can make a mistake there.
I've had my chili. and again, very controversial topic. And I truly believe that it's a techno-social challenge that we have. It's not a technology thing on its own. It's also us and the context and the background. It's all the data that you provide the model. It's how you frame your prompts and the questions and the output that you're asking for, how it can produce what it is that you need. And at the end of it, to your point, do you just blindly follow that? Right? Or do you scrutinize it, or you spend a bit more time correcting it, right? On the correcting side of it, I do it, like what you said, like interact with the with the model, which is great because it will help improve the model. But for me, I don't correct it religiously because I also am mindful of my time. If I have time, I go, okay, thanks, but here's my updated one.
Don't do this again.
Exactly. Otherwise, I'll do it offline and say, okay, whatever, move on. I'll just do it here. But to your point, like, I think it's one of the things that we've been chatting about separately as well. Do you blindly rely on AI, or do you wanna leverage it as a tool that can help you treat it as a superpower? Because if you blindly trust AI and AI fails or AI goes away, then what's left with you? How can you deliver?
Whose fault is that?
Exactly. Are you treating it as a superpower, or are you just blindly using it and trusting it? Because if that fails, then what are you left with?
The question then becomes, at work, right? How much of the work is genuinely from the employee, and how much is created by technology? And to your point about that, at what point do we go, wait, why do we have a person here? Where do you think that line is? This is open to all, so sorry, Steve.
Give me a minute before I take the next feeling.
As a regulator once said, you can never outsource accountabilities. Us as humans, and this is where the point of the presentation I made as well, right? That it is the person who uses AI that you're going to lose your job to. I'll try to steer clear of the whole, artificial general intelligence pathway. There's a lot of speculation in space and everything else. Personally, I still think we're very far away from it. Very, very, very far away from it. By that I mean probably 5 years. We might get to the start of it. But the reality is, the one common theme that we've been talking about is that we can't just blindly let AI do what we need to do, right? In the AI world, that's what you call human in the loop. The human is always in the loop, right? There is no blind autonomy to what they need to do. Can we get to certain agents that only do that has some sort of autonomy? Yes, you can. Think of this scenario whereby, let's say you're going to go for a meeting with someone, and therefore, your agent realize, oh, you're going to meet someone. So what they're going to do is they're going to start curating, oh, who's this person? What's the background? Blah, blah, blah. They can pull all the information together and then present it to you. That is the kind of autonomy that I think we're all going to be okay with, because it is a set task, right? And you have the ability to try to figure out, what the output is as well, because he's not, the agent is not going to run off and do it and then sends an email out automatically kind of situation as well.
Not without you telling it to.
Not without you telling it to, exactly. So we cannot outsource our own accountabilities, not at the moment anyway. I'm happy for my views to be changed. But up until now, I would just say it's just going to be very difficult to think that it can be done. It is a tool that I need to be able to handle. It's a tool that I need to control. It's a tool that I need to, right? And sometimes I just need certain things, that's very low risk type stuff that you can go autonomously pull information. Pull the person's LinkedIn information and summarize it for me. That's really simple. You don't have to go tell it. You can go do it. So there are certain things. Will that get to a point where it gets better and better? Sure, but we cannot take away from the accountabilities. You can't just go, oh, I blame the AI. I blame my dog for eating my homework, right? You can't do that. It's just not going to fly.
Yeah, it's not like, just wanted to add to that one. It's not like, and I've had my chilies. And it's not like you can put the AI model on trial. You need a throat to choke, so to speak, if you will, and you can't do that with an AI model, right? And with and our chat before was that, well, we all agree AI is a tool. It's a force multiplier, right? Tools don't run on their own.
That's right.
So that's my response to your question. That's why you need people there. There's low-level stuff that you can absolutely let AI run on its own, but at the end of the day, it's a tool. People need tools.
So if today there's an employee that in your team, right, uses heavily AI to produce everything that she needs or he needs for work, right, at what percentage do you feel like is there a percentage where you feel like, okay, this is too much, like I need to see a bit of genuinity in actual output from the person than the tool? is there something in your mind that's like that? That's kind of like the basis of my question. So where do you draw the line?
So same chili or
Yeah, same chili, same chili.
he's taken extra already. So I'll go while you're on my previous chili. um, and going back to some of our other conversations from before, AI rubbish, like lengthy emails, or it can be lengthy LinkedIn posts, and like someone has used AI to write this long of an email or a post on LinkedIn, right? I mean, there's uses for AI, but I'm not sure that's the best use of it, right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Don't knock over.
I haven't knocked it over. Percentage wise, I can't say I have a percentage of what's tolerable in terms of how much people use AI in their day-to-day work. To me, and it's probably difficult to measure, but you can tell if someone just didn't spend time actually thinking about what they wanted to produce. They just use AI. You can tell. You can easily pick that up, right? And if you get a lengthy email like that for a short question, you go, okay, how genuine is this response? Like, I want something genuine. That's what I need. Like, okay, we work in organizations. We solve challenges for organizations. We protect organizational information, the organization systems, our customer systems, our member systems. That's what we're here to do. We're here for a purpose. We need genuine responses to those challenges, not just AI generated stuff.
Yeah, for me, the two questions I already ate too spicy there. The first one is it's about, I don't think at the moment, I think the AI use is still going to be information and assisting you in the assisting. I think most of the cases will be like that. But in terms of making an autonomous or even making a very high risk decision, I think it's a bit, we need to do more and more in terms of asking the AI to do this. I think we are not there yet. I think I'm still using the AI. It's just for assisting me, like collecting what is the right, or collect all the flight to Seoul, and then which one is the best for me to go here and there, right? Which time with time I'm going to transit here and there. This kind of thing is information. I will still make a decisions. What kind of meeting that I will be attending, and then who's gonna be. I can ask the AI to just give me. I give them maybe some requirement, like if somebody asks me for meeting, will there be any agenda? What time is that? Then I mean, I will still make a decision.
Yeah.
But asking the AI to make a decision like delete command or etc. I don't think we are there yet. Right? That's in my opinion. Your second question about percentage, I don't know at the moment how many percentage that I think will be acceptable for me to have my staff doing the job with the AI. I think for me it's still, I want gonna ask, what are the value, right, that is being given by the staff using the AI, comparing that I get the data myself with the AI, right? So I don't know though, to be honest, how many percent, but you keep on trying, testing, and then see, give the advice, give the recommendation, and see where do you find the balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The question will still be the same. Should we need you, or should I just go there directly myself? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the point Steve made was very very good. His point is the quality of the output, right? Does it show that it actually answered the question? I mean, I would be less concerned if the answers are correct, but I'll be more concerned if it's someone just copying and pasting without scrutiny and without
That's right.
adding any
That's right.
their own thoughts around it, and that becomes a problem. It's like then you're not even driving it. Then that becomes like
What's the value?
yeah, then I can do the same thing. It will give me the same results. Then you're not helping the company. You're not helping the team. Right? I think that's the problem.
I'll draw on my time when I was a supervisor for postgraduate students who are doing research. Research is very clear, right? That you'll be actually curating a lot of information, and it's not about regurgitating information. It's actually being trying to get to a point where it answers certain other questions. You create a hypothesis, you pull this information together, and then you try to get the answer out of it. And that's the whole analysis and the research portion. No different, right? It's you can immediately tell if a person just doesn't put any effort into it in terms of how certain results actually come out. And you all mention it exactly, right? What is the value? What have you given me here that I couldn't have done myself, right? So it is ultimately that. I don't think I have a percentage I can put to it. In fact, I'll tell you, in my day-to-day work, I probably use about 85% of my time uses AI. But that's the nature of the world that I am in. And I am expected to be able to do it, but the quality of the output is so important, right? It's down to that point. Just because I can answer certain things a certain way, then so it's kind of interesting. I would say that I'm starting to cheat a little bit because I'm starting to know how to curate my agents to give me a bit of an analysis as well. And you can actually, you can actually start prompting your agents to get it to ask questions. You can just ask questions, and it questions itself to then give you a bit of a different perspective as well. So you can get to that point. But if it's just simple stuff to just pull information together, no, it's a big no, right? Then exactly to your point, why can't I do this myself? Right? I've got a bit of an experiment going on at work at the moment, right? Trying to get a fresh graduate of less than 1 year experience to create the security strategy of the organization.
Wow.
Oh no, she knows this, but it's interesting because now with the ability to get a much bigger picture of the landscape, utilizing AI to give you more information about the controls that you have, right? Pulling in frameworks to create the bigger picture. Suddenly you go, wait a minute, that's what I used to do as a security person, right? As a CISO, that's what I do, strategy. I try to find out where the gaps are. So it's kind of interesting. This particular sort of experiment that I have at the moment, I call it experiment, that I'm not the one doing it. She's the one doing it. I'm just directing her, going, hey, you should do that and do that. And it's kind of interesting. It's still very
It's
early,
very
but
empowering.
it's very empowering. But at the same time, she's learning as well. She's learning about the organization. So yeah.
So you're giving her a bit of an accelerated education in her
I'm not.
career.
AI is.
Well, I think the opportunity creates that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, right. And I wanted the techno-social aspect of it is so cool. I think anyway, is that there's also the misconception of utilizing AI being a negative thing as well. I think the way that I'm approaching it in my organization is going to be completely opposite. And me speaking to a few people, there are a few more questions about should you be asking people whether they're using AI in a negative angle or whether you should do it from a positive angle, right? Because these days in my day-to-day, it's more of the question of why wouldn't you have used AI to pull that information? Instead of using 6 weeks of effort, you could have done it in a few hours. I'm going to start thinking about, well, you could have actually freed yourself up to do other things instead. So
Could be more productive.
you could be more productive, right?
Yeah.
It gets to that point right now. My perspective is a bit the opposite now, because I will be asking the question, why wouldn't you have used it, right? There's no hiding the fact that you're using it. Just use it. Yeah.
So I think we spoke about a lot of different perspectives. Very broad conversation about the whole concept of using AI, adopting it. How does it impact businesses in terms of risk? How do we control it? How do we mitigate the risk? How do we, even from a social point of view, whether is it ethical? We talk about all that. Let's go back to the original question. Is AI really going to take your job? I feel like the answer is no. If you use AI, I think that's from our discussion. It sounds like that's what we're converging on, is that if you use AI, adopt it in the right way, treat it with respect. Just like any other tools that you're gonna have, you understand its limitations and its capabilities. Treat it with the right respect. It actually empowers you. Do not if you're not adopting it in the right way, yeah, it's absolutely gonna fall over, and it's not that the kind of wrong adoption strategy is not limited to AI. Any kind of technology I think we adopt will create the same problem if you do not understand what it is and what it can do, and it's built on your imagination instead of reality. Then that is going to be a disaster for any company. So I think we'll wrap up from here. I love this conversation. We can go on and on, but let's call it for now. Thank you for your time, and we'll see everybody in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
you.
gents.